My mission is the last of the scientists or the truth that is to come to the world before the world is destroyed. You will not have no other messenger. I am the last one, and behind me come God himself.
Well, you see what I'm telling you, these things? These things is what's keeping us back. These things is what's making the people out there not realize who their Most High is today. In person. The wisest amongst you is to lead you to the Father.
At the time, as the time goes on, as I would like to say right here in this phase of the talk, that men's wisdom lasted or is supreme until another one that is supreme over his wisdom or have supreme wisdom over him. This is the way the gods run. This is the way the gods run. This is the way the gods run.
That's why they get the word supreme being. Supreme being, simply like Elijah Muhammad said, meant the supreme being, the wisest man. In his case, to him, it was Master Prophet Muhammad. And you can't deny that. We might want him because we was not a part of his specific sect and make ourselves feel good, but to him, when he met this man in Detroit, this was the supreme being to him. And he has a right to say that. If you take away that right, you take away your right to declare what you believe. That's right. That's right. All right. See?
This is the way the gods run. We don't have just one man's wisdom that's extending all the time. It's another one.
A constant, ever-changing...
Yes, sir. Your wisdom of making this, we say that radio over there, may last for 5 or 6 years until another man learns to make a better one. And then when he learns to make a better one, you still get the credit for being the first one to make the radio. But they have improved on it. And you come back maybe 100 years from now, you wouldn't know your machine at all. So much improvement has been added. Like the Ford, who made the Ford car, Ford motor, all right? If Ford would look at his car today, he would say he was dumb when he, started making the car, because look at the improvement on it. You see, it's not Ford to have put all of this improvement to the car, but he was the founder of the car. So it is with wise men in the spiritual work and other sciences that we worship the God that has made and created. We have them coming at intervals, or when one's wisdom is exhausted, another one picks up, and he improves on what you have done.
Because I had to establish in this latter day and time who the Most High is amongst us. That Most High is like the Freemasons say, the highest degree of information. In the Islamic world, they say the Imam is the smartest person in the mosque, who knows the most Quran, and in their case, the most Hadith or Sunnah, who's best at fiqh, Sharia, a whole bunch of nice fancy Arabic words. Whoever knows the most becomes the Imam of Imams, which would make him the highest of the Imams. The Grand Master, the Grand Potentate, becomes the highest figure in the lodge under the G, which stands for the Grand Architect of the universe. And the Grand Master, who stands in the lodge with 2 seats beside him and sits on that throne, becomes a representative to you of the Most God himself in person. That's why they call him what? The Grand Master of the lodge. So the Most High has to verify, has to prove that they have what? The most knowledge, the most wisdom, and the most understanding to give you an overstanding. Not just knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I saw knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I heard knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I listened to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding being taught to my people for years. And I thought it was necessary. Because it is necessary to go to kindergarten before you go to the university.
That's right.
It was all necessary. You follow?
I'm your last messenger. Don't look for another one. And if you're looking for another one, you will be the loser. He's not coming. Behind me comes God and the executioner.
But now we are at the end of time, when all the so-called great teachers have taught what they came to teach. They all have so-called finished what they say that everything the Nation of Islam is going to teach has been taught. You understand? Everything that the good brother Noble Drew Ali himself was here to teach has been taught. The same applies to the gods of the earth, 5%ers, and etc. And as I watch with a keen eye at all the teachings out there, I wait to hear that something new or that something special that would let me know that another God had incarnated. I want to hear things that would cue in that he is not or she is not trapped in the mind tetrahedron of persons, places, and things. That he's thinking outside of that realm, which would tell me he's a visitor, not a resident. He would do it a little differently. You understand me?